she takes that same file that already my nails were filed down and files them down to the max. And I do not say this lightly, so much so that after I left they were bleeding. Hey guys, so I went to Texas last week and I finally got back and I had the most awful experience I've ever had with another business. I cannot explain to you how scary it was for me and how I will never, ever get acrylics. So this happened literally 2 weeks ago. I had gone to the Walmart in Fort Worth, Texas on Beach Street. Just so you know, do not go to the nail salon in there. I repeat, do not go to the nail salon there. So we had to go to the Walmart to grab some things because we were going on a road trip to go back to Pennsylvania, my home. And so when we got there, my mom decided that she wanted to get her hair cut, and I was like, okay. So we were walking to go to the hair salon in the Walmart, and right beside it was a nail salon. And on the board outside the business, it had a chart of like the prices and what you can get. And on the board it said full acrylic set for $23. And I was like, okay, there's got to be some like hidden price or whatever, like this can't be legit. And so I went into the store and I looked on the board and it didn't say anything, no add-ons, no price differences. And so I was like, okay, this must be legit. Well, I didn't know if we were going to have enough time, so I left the store and we went and my mom started getting her hair cut. And she was like, why don't you just go and get your nails done? You know, like, you know, just, you've always wanted acrylics, so just go and get it done. So I did, kinda. So I go to the store and I get in there and there's this guy that works there, and I have to say that they were not American. They were Chinese and they did not speak very much English. And I think that was like the first thing that like kind of made me uncomfortable, is because like I didn't know how to communicate with them without like making them seem like I'm an idiot or making them feel like an idiot. And so I wanted to be really, really nice and like, you know, go on the same level, because if they're going to be touching my nails, then I want to be like on the same base, you know. So I get in there and say, hey, I would like to get acrylic set. I've never had them done before, so I don't really know how it works. And he said, okay, sign up. Very minimal speaking. So I was like, okay, this is fine. So he tells me that it's going to take about 30 minutes to get them done. And I was like, okay, that'll be perfect timing. So a lady comes over and she tells me pick out a nail polish. So I pick out the color that I want and I sit down and I specifically tell her, this is the first time I've ever gotten acrylics. I have no idea the process. I don't know how this works. And so she just looks at me and kind of smiles and glares at me, and I'm like, yay. And so she grabs my hand, and I don't want to over-exaggerate any of this, but she literally grabs my hand and gets the file, the rotating file, and she just starts filing down my nails and like filing them. And I know that's how like the nails stick on better, but like she was filing them down really low, and I was like, okay, this really actually hurts. And I don't know if it's supposed to hurt, because like I said, this is the first time I ever got acrylics on, okay? And so I get them all filed, and she like snips down all my nails, and she starts applying the tips of the nails. And once she gets done with all of that, she asks me the shape that I want and the size that I want. And so I tell her, so I want them manageable and I want them coffin shaped. And so I showed her the picture that I wanted it to look like. And she goes, okay, once I cut, it's going to be additional $7. And I'm like, what? And so she cuts them. And she doesn't let me say anything. And I remember specifically telling her, is there any price changes or add-ons or anything that I'm going to be charged? She doesn't say anything when I said that. And so I was like, okay, I'm just going to act like I get it. Maybe I'm acting stupid or something. And so the reason being that I needed to know how much it was going to cost is because I only had $25 on me. I didn't have my card with me. I only had $25 in cash because I was trying to avoid using my card while I was on this trip. So she doesn't say anything and she starts snipping at them, and I'm like, wait, $7 for you to cut them size, and she says something, and I can't really understand what she said, but she said something, and I was like, okay, alright, we'll just, go with it. And then she says, shaping will be additional $15. That's like $50. And she goes, yes. And I'm like, but the sign says 23. And she says, but you're shaping them and cutting them. And I'm like, dude, there is no way on this earth that I am getting nails that are literally this long and that's it. I was like, girl, like, no. Like, I can do this to myself and make them look good for literally $5. And so she literally cuts them off even more. And I'm like, what are you doing? And I was like, I can't pay this. I don't have the money with me right now. I can call my mom, but she's getting her hair cut. So she says, fine, I will take them off. And I'm like, okay. So let me remind you, these have literally been on my nail for not even 5 minutes. So she takes this plier thing for like your nails and everything, and she literally rips them off. She rips them off, and the noise that it made was like, no, like, stop, like, it hurt. I was literally about to cry. I was on the verge of crying. It hurt so much, and I was like, you can stop, I can do this myself, like, I'll go home and, put acetone and whatever, and I'll do it myself. And she goes, no, let me continue. And I'm like, no, I promise. She takes my hand and she continues, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to make a scene. Like, there's tons of people in here. I don't want to make this a scene. So I let her do what she was doing and taking them off and ripping them legit off. And after she rips them off, she takes that same file that already my nails were filed down and files them down to the max. And I do not say this lightly, so much so that after I left, they were bleeding. I want to add in, when she was taking off my nails, she was talking to the other guy in Chinese, so I couldn't understand them. I was scared that I was going to not have nails. And they were so thin that they weren't just bendy, but they were like, you could see like little rivets, like of if you were to like just peel it, you would see my skin. And so I am like, thank you, and I run out of there. And I don't even care if I made a scene at that point because I was so scared that it did not matter to me. So I go to my mom, which she's still getting her hair cut, and I'm on the verge of crying, and my mom goes, what's wrong? And then I show her my nails, and I just start crying. Now let me remind you, my grandpa passed away, and that's why we were in Texas, so that may have been the reasoning being why I broke down in Walmart, but it was also the other fact that this just really sucked, and it really hurt, and I really wanted acrylic nails, and they terrified me. And so the ladies around me were so nice, and they were like, oh my gosh, let's report them and whatever. And I'm like, no, I don't want to make a scene. Like, I just want to leave, like, I don't want to cause anything. And my mom was like, no, we're going back there. And so she gets her hair done, and we start going towards the nail salon, and I'm like, She goes up to the guy that was sitting there beforehand, and he was still doing the same lady's nails, and she goes, excuse me, somebody here ripped off my daughter's nails, and they are really damaged right now, and she is terrified. And he goes, okay. And she's like, so I need you guys to fix them. And then he says, okay. And then she goes, I can't remember what she said specifically, but she was like, for free. And he goes, he stands up, and he's like, for some reason the word free is not in his vocabulary, I guess. So he stands up, and he says, under no circumstance can you force me to fix your daughter's nails. And I'm just like, I'm not letting them touch my nails, period. And I'm like staring at all these people that are staring at us. And my mom was really nice about it until he started getting snappy back. She was like, "You will fix my daughter's nails for free right now." And so he goes, "Okay, question mark?" And so she like grabs me and I'm like, "I'm not going in there. I'm scared and I'll make a fool of myself. Like, it's embarrassing, like, you know?" And so I walk in and he goes, "What does she want?" And my mom says, "Whatever she was gonna get before, and you need to fix her nails. I don't care how they're done. They just need to be fixed." And so he goes, "Okay, sit down." And I'm like, "Okay." And then my mom goes, "So you're gonna do them for free, right?" And he goes, "For free? I'm not doing anything for free." And I'm just like, but all I remember was standing by the desk thing and like wanting to like slam my hand against it and just break it. Like, I was just so done. So done. And I was about to say some choice of words, but I didn't because I didn't want it to make it a bigger scene or whatever. But I looked down at my nails and I was just so done. Oh my gosh, my nails were so ruined. They were disgusting. I took a picture before they started bleeding and they didn't look so bad, but once like I started trying to use them, they were bending back and breaking off even more, to the point where I literally could not open anything. I couldn't even use a pen. That's how bad that they hurt. And so we went and I'll add in the clip right here from my vlog, but I was sitting down where all the nail polishes were and my mom was trying to find me some nail fixer and I'm just done.
This one is like...
I was so done. So yeah, we walked out of there and we got some nail fixer upper. My mom's like, "Pick out some fake nails and we'll put those on there for ya." And I'm just like, I'm done. I was crying in Walmart and people were staring and I was just so done. I was so done. So yeah, my mom was like, "So we could definitely sue them for completely destroying your nails and making them bleed, but we don't live in Texas and we don't have time for that." So I just wanted to make this video to literally warn you guys not to go to that Walmart and get your nails done. Also, you guys have been requesting for me to do a story time video. Actually, really funny thing. Earlier that day, I had asked you guys to message me or comment some video ideas, and tons of them were story time videos, and I was like, I don't have any story time videos. And then this happened the same day, and I was like, well, that's what I'm doing with this, making something good out of this situation. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!